What's up guys, welcome to Superwise, I'm John, and Titans Season 3 is coming out soon, so I figured why not review the first 2 seasons of Titans. Now when it comes to this show, I'm mixed on it. I have mixed feelings about it. When I first saw it, I thought it was absolute garbage, absolute trash, but now after rewatching both seasons, I think that it's mediocre. I don't think it's bad, I don't think it's great. The definition of mediocre is average, and I think, yeah, it's average. Overall, what I generally like about the show is the action. The action is really cool, it's really fun. The hand-to-hand combat stuff is cool. I really dig the music, especially the opening titles. It's really techno. Some of the character development is well done, but then we get into the negatives. The other character development is weak. Overall, I think the show is way too dark and edgy. The tone and style is just way too much. Listen, you could have Titans in a grounded, realistic world, but it can't take itself so seriously. These characters are naturally silly, and you just have to have fun with some of the characters, but the show takes itself way too seriously. It's way too edgy. The vulgarity, for number one. They constantly drop F-bombs for no real reason. Logan, Deadpool, they have a purpose and reason for dropping those F-bombs. It's a part of their character, but here, it's just used in casual conversation, and every other sentence there's an F-bomb. It's just, yeah, I could take vulgarity, but really, there's no real reason for it here. They just say it just to say it, really. The vulgarity with Jason Todd and Dick Grayson makes sense, but it's literally every character, and it gets really just sick and tiring. Also, this show is ugly. The show goes out of its way to desaturate the footage and make it as boring and bland as possible. There's real color here. I mean, if you look at the altered scenes on YouTube where people, brought out the color, it looks great, the color really pops, but again, the show tries to be so serious. It has to tone down color because color's bad, right? Come on. Also, Season 1 of Titans is so tonally inconsistent. You are trying to have this dark, serious tone, and then you have this weird robot family, and it's all upbeat and happy. So weird. The pacing is off. It's very messy, but Season 2 improves that. I think Season 2 is far superior to Season 1. The pacing is good, the tone is consistent, and the narrative follows and is well put together. Those are my general overall thoughts on the series as a whole, but now let's dive deeper into the characters, my thoughts on them. First, Dick Grayson, Robin. Let me just start off by saying I love the Robin suit, and the Nightwing suit is super cool. So I like the character of Robin. I think his character is interesting. I think Brendan Thwaites plays the character really well. I think he was really well cast. And like I said, the character is interesting. He's not one-dimensional. We understand why he's resentful of Batman. We understand why he doesn't want to take up the mantle of Robin anymore. I also particularly like the scenes when Bruce Wayne is in his head and we get to learn more about that dynamic. Speaking of Bruce Wayne, I think Ian Glenn is perfectly cast as the older Bruce Wayne. He sort of has the voice of Kevin Conroy, but the performance, he sort of gives me an Adam West vibe. If Adam West was a more serious Batman, this is how he would turn out. Really do like Ian Glenn as Bats. Then, oh boy, we have Starfire. I don't like her in this show. I think she's the weakest character out of the entire series. I just don't like her. First, why race bend the character? Literally no reason. Why? If you had to put a black character in the Titans, get Cyborg. He's black and he's in the Teen Titans group. But whatever. My problem is not with her being black. If she was black and still acted like the traditional Starfire, I'd be fine with it, but she's not Starfire. She is Starfire in name only. She's a hooker. A hooker. Really? She has sex with random strangers. She has sex with Dick Grayson for literally no reason. that relationship is supposed to be built up over time. It's supposed to be a really great and strong moment, but no, she just has sex with Dick Grayson for no reason. It's awful. It's terrible. And also, her powers. She's supposed to shoot green beams from her hands. I guess the writers on the show thought, oh, her name is Starfire, let's literally make her shoot fire. Wow, real original. She's just not Starfire. Sorry. Just not. Anytime she's on screen, I'm like, can we move on to a different character, please? I'm so bored with her. I don't like her character at all. Just, ugh. Then we have Raven, Rachel, who I think is fine in the show. Tegan Croft plays her just fine. She looks the part, and what I specifically like about her character, I mean her, heritage, being the daughter of the devil, pretty interesting. But what I specifically like about the character is her relationship with Beast Boy. Now moving on to Beast Boy. He provides a much-needed lightheartedness to the show. Again, this show takes itself way too seriously, and Beast Boy sort of remedies that issue by just being a teenager. He's likable, I like the character, but my main issue with Beast Boy is that he's not really Beast Boy, he's more like Tiger Boy. Beast Boy is a cool character. He can turn into literally any animal, and I guess this show had budget issues because here he only turns into a tiger. I think in one episode, in a quick scene, he turns into a snake, but for the most part, for the majority of the entire series, he's just a tiger. And come on, it's Beast Boy. Be creative. Make him into other animals. That's literally the character. Hopefully in Season 3 we get more animals, because come on, it's Beast Boy. But other than that, I like the character. Just wish he was a Beast Boy. Also, a quick side note, with Beast Boy as a tiger and some of the Raven stuff, the CGI gets a little spotty. It's very noticeable. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. I hear HBO Max put more money into this Season 3, so it'll look more expensive, so that's a good thing. Then we have Jason Todd, who again is another interesting character. There's layers to him. He's not one-dimensional. He doesn't like living in Dick Grayson's shadow. He also has a darker side to him. He doesn't like the cops because the cops mistreated him when he was younger, and all of this is going to lead up to Jason Todd becoming Red Hood, which in Season 3 that's going to happen, which I think that's really cool. Looking forward to seeing that transformation, and the suit looks amazing. It looks really cool. Then we have Hawk and Dove, which I think are a really good couple. They work really well together. Specifically Hawk. He's an interesting character because the backstory, it makes sense. You sort of sympathize with the guy when you realize the tragic and dark backstory that he has. You understand where he's coming from, and the origin was really well done. Superboy. I like the character. Huge Superman fan, obviously, and seeing Superboy was pretty cool. I found it interesting how he was dealing with his existence. He's the son of Lex Luthor and Superman. How is he coping with that? How he's learning about life and learning different things from different people. It's interesting. And I like the relationship, the friendship between him and Beast Boy. Really likable characters together. And Crypto. Of course, I love the cartoon Crypto. Such a lovable dog, and anytime Crypto's on screen, I'm a happy man. Then Slade Wilson, Deathstroke. Now, I'm split on which suit I like more, either this suit or the DCEU Joe Manganiello suit, because they're both damn near perfect. But I think I'm leaning a little more towards Joe Manganiello's DCU Deathstroke suit, even though this suit from Titans is just so cool. Now, obviously it's unfair to compare Esai Morales' Deathstroke to Joe Manganiello's because we've only seen like 5 minutes of Joe Manganiello's take. I think he's perfect, but I also think Esai Morales' is perfect too. But if we're basing off what we have, yeah, Esai Morales is easily the best live-action Deathstroke. Morales sounds the part, he looks the part, again, love the suit. He has motivations, you can understand why he's doing what he's doing. I felt that the relationship with his son Jericho was genuine. That whole Jericho thing, Dick Grayson befriending Jericho, I found that to be actually genuine. So yeah, Deathstroke's a badass in this show. He's easily one of the best parts of this show, and I want to see more of Joe Manganiello's Deathstroke. He has it to be the best, but we haven't seen enough of him, and Esai Morales really has the advantage of being in a series. We get more screen time with him. I understand it's an unfair comparison, but to me, Esai Morales, that's the best Deathstroke now. Then we have Donna Troy, Wonder Girl, who I thought was cool when she had her lasso. Thought that was cool. And, I mean, they tried with her character with the whole Aqualad subplot. It was supposed to be tragic, and I guess it worked fine. I didn't really feel anything. But the worst offense with Donna Troy is her death. It is so laughably bad. Literally, when she died, I was laughing my ass off. A little electricity killed her off. It's just ridiculous. That's what I mean about this show being unnecessarily edgy. They didn't need to kill her off. The show did it just for shock factor, showing that, oh, we're mature, we like to kill people off. She could have easily survived that. If she died by Deathstroke, different story. But this fierce Amazonian warrior died by a little electricity. And at the end of the series, the whole group is mourning, and I didn't believe it because the death was so cheap and unearned. And now the Titans producers are teasing that Donna Troy is going to get resurrected, which the show just killed her off just to resurrect her. Just so dumb. So dumb. But those are my thoughts on Titans. By the way, great soundtrack, Beach Boys, AC/DC, Frank Sinatra. The show, to me, is average. It's mediocre. When you have the gold standard for superhero shows like WandaVision and Daredevil, which I think Daredevil is by far the best superhero show out there, you're gonna know when something's less than great, and that is Titans. It's just average. It doesn't do anything outside of the box. It's not special. It's just average. I don't like the portrayal of Starfire. I don't like how Beast Boy isn't really Beast Boy, and the show is just too damn edgy and dark. Don't talk about Snyder. You want to see real edge and real darkness? That's Titans. You go there for that edge and darkness. This show just needs to have fun with the characters and story. It's taking itself way too seriously. The vulgarity is unnecessary. The sexual scenes are unnecessary. Just, come on. I don't love the show, but I don't hate it either. I just think it's average. There's really good stuff in here, and there's some really not good stuff in here. But, you know, after watching both seasons again, you know, I'm down for season 3. I'm not, like, excited, ooh, season 3 is coming, I can't wait. Because the show hasn't really gotten me excited for the future. It's just been like, oh, if it's there, I'll watch it, sure. So that's season 3. But tell me in the comments down below, what do you think of Titans? Do you think it's way too dark and edgy, or do you like the show for its tone and style? What specifically do you like about it? What do you not like about it? Let me know in the comments down below. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't subbed already. I'd love to have you here. You'd be supporting the Superwise family. It'd be greatly appreciated. So subscribe. That will be all for me. And remember my catchphrase, guys. Stay Superwise.